pharmacy, and in here I came for a master's, and I did my master's in ERP, that is Enterprise Resource Planning, and it's a MBA course, and I'm done with my master's now, and I'm in OPT. I just started my OPT period, and I'm looking for full-time and contracting jobs now.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much for your introduction. And what about you, Vastav?
Hi Ram. Actually, I'm also from the same life sciences background. I'm from pharmacy background itself, but I don't have much knowledge on SAS programming or clinical SAS.
Okay.
So I've done my masters in engineering management after coming here. So it's totally different from pharmacy. But now I'm about to finish I done with my masters. I'm about to look for good career opportunities in clinical SAS. So I took training. I started training with you, Ram.
Okay. Thank you so much. So I would like to tell about myself. So my name is Ram, and I have almost 10 to 12 years experience in clinical SAS. And total, I have 14 to 15 years experience. And I'm giving online training for last 9 years, say in between 9 to 10 years. And we're trying more than 400 students in US and UK and Australia. So, okay, and I did my master's in applied microbiology from Madras University. So I'm working as a manager in one of the company in SAS Clinical. So this is about myself. So do you have any questions, Santosh or maybe Sri?
No, no.
Okay. So you can see, if you want to see something about my, what is the course content, or maybe that about myself, or about my, how we are going to take the classes, what is the fee, everything you can see in actually clinicalsasonlinetraining.com. It is very clearly mentioned in the each and every topic. It may be base SAS, maybe advanced SAS, maybe clinical domain knowledge. Everything we mentioned very clearly. What are the topics we are going to teach you? You must have seen that, right? I think because already you asked me in the mail, so I sent you that this link, right?
Yes, Ram.
Okay. So
Yeah.
now we'll start about clinical trial. What is clinical trial first? Before jumping into the SAS, first we need to understand what is clinical trial and why we are conducting clinical trial and where you are going to fit in the clinical trial. Okay.
Okay.
It's a kind of today is a just kind of introduction class. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Don't think that okay, Ram is going to think bad about me. No, not at all. And if you ask me questions, it means you are involving in the class. If you don't ask any questions, that I feel that you don't understand anything, or you understand fully. Any one of this, right?
Okay, Ram.
Sure, Ram.
Yeah, don't feel that okay, can I ask this question or not? No, not at all. Okay. So now, if you can see this now, what you can see now here in this?
Data analysis?
No, not data analysis. Give me a second. What you can see now?
Clinical research process.
Yeah, clinical research process. We both are from life science background and as well as from B pharmacy. So what is meant by protocol, Srivastav?
Protocol is nothing but a set of operations. Which are to be followed by the company or any if at all we are releasing any drug or anything. So we should follow the protocols. We should follow the rules, a set of rules.
So what is the content of the protocol? What are the rules? We'll have that.
If you take a medicine, like if you're releasing any tablet or anything, so what are you gonna do? How exactly? What are the ingredients to be there in the product, and how it is made, and what are the preservatives to be taken that way, I guess.
Okay. What about you, Santosh?
Protocol is nothing but a set of rules designed for a process.
Okay. So what are the set of rules? That's what I'm asking. What are the set of rules? What are the rules actually? Was designed in was kept in protocol. Say example now. Forget about protocol. So before joining the SAS classes with me, so today you started a SAS class with me, right? So before joining with
Yes.
me, what are the things you did actually to join SAS?
First,
Hmm.
first I contacted you. Then
No, not
if
only
you are
me. I'm
comfortable.
talking generally. I'm talking generally. Not only me. Maybe you may search so many people. You may talk to so many people, right? You may go to the demo class also. Maybe I'm not sure. Just I'm asking you.
Yeah, I actually searched in Google first. So I searched for local in-class trainings in New
Uh-huh.
Jersey.
Okay.
Then again, I have Googled, but I didn't get any information. So I have chosen LinkedIn. Then one of my friend, he suggested me, like, I'll be getting a quality from LinkedIn source. So I searched in LinkedIn. Then I got the information. So I followed, after that, when I got the contact information.
Okay. Fine. Why you are joining SAS? There are so many tools, right? There are so many software tools are there. Why you want to join SAS only?
Because actually, I currently I have different friends in different skill sets. Like, I have a friends in IT, I have friends in life sciences,
Mm-hmm.
and I do have friends in clinical SAS.
Okay.
But when it compared to IT and clinical SAS projects are the only projects which are, like, because here in US we have a contracting jobs.
Mm.
So when it comes to contracting jobs, these are the, like, I see only clinical SAS jobs are stable in one location at least for more than a year.
Okay. Very good. Mm-hmm. So
So
that
I
means.
felt like,
Go ahead.
yeah, it's very comfortable because even I'm from a life science background, and even for my H1 process, and even to understand the terminologies, it will be a better choice than other IT
Very good.
technologies.
So you feel that whatever you are comfortable with and whatever you feel that the job is secure and it will be easy to, okay, OTP to H1B visa process. So everything like is giving a positive results because of if you join the SAS classes, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. So now because you did a lot of groundwork before starting the SAS classes, right? In the same way, whenever we are conducting a clinical trial, what we need to do, why we need to conduct a clinical trial, how we need to conduct a clinical trial, right? How many days we need to conduct a clinical trial, and what kind of patients we need to take into consideration. So we need to consider, we need to think all these things, and we need to put in the paper that is called protocol. Because we need to say to we need to go to FDA and we need to say that I'm going to do this. Okay, then they'll see that what is our plan of action. What is our plan of action? What was mentioned in the protocol? Yes, I'm going to take a diabetic patients. I'm going to take eye disorder patient. I'm going to take a respiratory disorder problems, and I'm going to find out a medicine. I'm going to conduct a 2 months trial. I'm going to conduct a 5 months trial. I'm going to take 100 patients, and this is my primary objective. My primary objective is in SAS. I want to get a job. That is my primary objective. Primary objective in clinical SAS is in the clinical trial is we want a better drug for the particular disease for the who is suffering with the particular disease. No matter whether it may be asthma, whether it may be COPD, whether it may be Parkinson disease, whatever it might be, right? So whatever we need
Yeah.
to whatever the plan you have in your mind, you are putting in the paper. That is called protocol by the experts. Who will write a protocol? They'll write. Okay, it was written by the experts like experts in physician, medical writers, data managers, SAS programmers. Everyone will sit together. 20 years experience, 30 years experience people will sit together. We'll discuss based on the experience how we need to conduct this trial. Suppose if you take example of our Indian families, what happened? The eldest person will take a decision. Why eldest person will take decision?
Because of his experience and
Because of experience. Because in his life he may face a lot of problems and a lot of solutions for the problems. So based on his experience, he'll take the best decision. In the same way, if you take example of if you take experienced people in the physicians, in the medical writers, in the SAS programmers, and data managers, whatever the experience they face when they in their lives when they're conducting a clinical trial, what is the best way to create a plan. So based on that, they create a plan of action in the protocol and they'll submit to FDA for their approval. So first, I'm saying that yes, Ram, I'm going to conduct this trial. So please approve me. I'm FDA now for the time being, right, Santosh?
Okay.
So that is
Yes.
protocol. Now, what is next one?
Uh, Investigator selection.
Who is the investigator? Can you see the figure? Can you see the
Yeah,
picture?
investigators are like these experts.
Who are experts? Who in which
Uh,
where what is the expertise? Expertise in that. In which area they are expertise?
Example, they're experts in different departments like pharmacovigilance,
Can you see the investigator? We are talking to see the picture. The white collar, the white coat. What you can see there?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
They
They
are
are doctors.
doctors, but here we call as investigator in the clinical SAS, ROV in the clinical trial. Why we are calling as investigator? They are going to investigate whether the drug is really working, whatever the test drug, whatever they are going to test on patients is going to really working or not working. That's why we are calling as a investigator. Okay, how do you select the
Okay.
investigator? Based on the what disease you are going to conduct the trial. Because you are conducting a trial for COPD. You cannot take a heart specialist. That means a cardiologist. And if you are taking it, you are trying to conduct a trial for eye disease. You cannot take a respiratory. That means respiratory pulmonologist. So you cannot take that, right? You cannot take him into trial because whatever the trial you are conducting for, based on that we need to choose the investigator. In what is the specialization in the particular investigator and what is the experience, what is the education qualification, whether he is having a good name or bad name, because some investigator what they will do, even though patient did not get any side effects, they'll say that okay they got so many side effects and they'll take the money from whom?
Client.
Pharmaceutical company, yes, from clients.
Yeah.
So those kind of patients, those kind of investigators names will be kept in the black mark. Like suppose example, some people what they'll do, they'll keep a fake experience. They'll keep 5 years on fake experience and maybe 10 years fake experience. If they doesn't show their expertise in the interview, then what they'll do, they'll put their name in a database, separate database who are fakers, right? Fake experience people.
Yeah.
So whenever that particular person send a CV to that any company, that person name will be there in the fake list. So they don't process that CV. So in the same way, they need to investigator selection is very important based on the trial. Why they are conducting a trial, how they are conducting a trial. We need to choose the right investigator. So what next? And we'll send the information to the FDA and IEC and IRB. What is IRB? Institutional Review Board, Institutional Ethical Committee. So there is a different organizations are there in US. Okay, FDA, Food and Drug Administration, IRB, Institutional Review Board, and Ethical Committee. So these are the people who review the protocol. These are the people who approve the protocol, and they are the people who approve the investigators. Whether we can take this investigator or not to conduct the trial, so they'll approve it based because they are having information. This person is fine or not. This person is an experienced person, or this person is a nice person, or a bad, a fake person, right?
Yeah.
Santosh,
Yeah.
Vastav.
Yeah.
So Vastav, do I
Yeah.
need to call you like Sri or Vastav? Which is comfortable with you?
Anything is fine. Sri or Vatsav is fine.
Okay, fine, Vastav. Yeah, so we need to get approval from those government bodies. So once we get the approval for investigator, now the plan is ready and the investigator is ready. Then what do you need to do now, Santosh?
Recruitment.
How do you recruit a patient? Recruitment of what? Recruitment patients, right? Not the investigators. Now we recruited the investigator. Now we need to recruit the patient. So on what basis you recruit the patient?
In it depends on the what kind of project we are doing. I mean, what kind of clinical trial we are working on.
Okay. So because yeah, but who will mention that? Who will mention that what kind of patients we need to include? Whether we take it, we need to take
Investigator.
Investigators.
where it was mentioned. It was mentioned in
Mm,
protocol.
in the protocol, yeah.
There is a section called inclusion criteria and exclusion criteria.
Exclusion criteria.
Whom to include in the trial? whom not to include in the trial. Okay, whom to take into the trial, whom not to take into the trial. They'll mention very clearly inclusion criteria, whom to include in the trial. Say take a patient more than 18 years age. Take a patients, females or males. Okay, take a patients, okay, high BP patients. Okay, high hypertension patients. Should not take any diabetic patients. Should not take pregnancy. This is exclusion criteria. They should not take the people who is smoking. They should not take who is actually taking alcohol. So this is called exclusion criteria. Whom to take or whom not to take. So based on the protocol, based on the information was given in the protocol, and they'll recruit the patient. Whether the information was present in the protocol, or the patient is matching with the conditions or the criteria, based on that they'll recruit the patient. So that's why we call the protocol is a mother document or a father document, whatever we call it as. It's a very, very important document to conduct the trial or to work on the trial. Right? So what is next, Vastav?
It's a collection of information.
Okay. What is the next tab actually? Data entry and?
Data entry and validation.
So what do you mean by data entry? Collection of data. Right?
Collection of data.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you collect the data? Where do you keep the data?
I mean, in the consent forms.
Okay. In the consent form. What is the consent form name? The consent form is what? Consent form is different because the word itself gives information.
Oh, okay,
Consent form. Consent form means I am okay to participate in the trial. You are signing on the paper. Because any of our relatives undergoing any surgery, if you go to hospital, they ask you to sign on the paper. What is the paper? That is called consent form. Saying
consent form.
We are happy to agree to your terms and conditions. And if he is undergoing a surgery with our knowledge only, with our information only. If something has happened to him, we are responsible, and you people are not responsible. Okay, we are saying that to hospital, and we are saying it to doctor, and by agreeing that we are giving a sign over there. That is called consent, right? So now, tell me where you are going to enter the data.
In the Excel sheets or.
What about you? Yeah.
Word documents or.
Okay. No, because Excel sheets, Word documents was long back. Okay, nearly 10 years back or maybe 15 years back. Nowadays, they're entering the data directly in the database. Database. What is database? Because give me one database name.
Oracle.
Very good. So Oracle, CleanTrial, CT4, or maybe Teradata, or maybe Sybase, or maybe DBase, or maybe Access files. It may be anything. Okay, we need to keep the data in the database. Why we need to keep the data in the database?
To use it further, I mean, for the clinical.
If you keep it in Excel sheet also,
submissions.
No. If you keep it in Excel sheet also, you can able to use it further. Then why you only in database?
We can access from anywhere. Like
very good.
If it's in the database, we can access from
anywhere in the world. Absolutely. Say Gmail. What is Gmail? Gmail is one kind of a database, right? You can access from your native place. You can access from Hyderabad. You can access from Delhi. You can access from New Jersey. You can access from California. No matter where you are. So if we keep the data in database, we can access from anywhere in the world if we have the internet connection. And what is other points to keep in database? What are the other positive points to keep in database?
It will be secured.
Excellent. Secured, because if we keep in Excel sheet or if we keep in a text file, if we keep in a Word document, it is very easy to hack. But if we keep the data in database, then it is very difficult to hack or way to keep it secure. Right? Because what is very important in a clinical trial? What is very at the end of the time and end of the day? What is very important?
Confidentiality.
Data is very important, right? The data is very important because when you are conducting a trial, there are so many people involved in that. Doctors, like we discussed, investigators, patients, experts, medical writers, SAS programmers, data managers, Okay, there are so many people involved that finally what is they needed? They need data. By seeing the data, by analyzing the data, okay, then we can able to say that drug is working, drug is not working. So the data is very, very important. Some other pharmaceutical companies, what they'll do, they don't want to, they can't do that clinical trial properly, and they'll create problems for the other pharmaceutical companies by hacking or maybe by changing the data.
Okay.
So that's why we need to keep, okay, because everywhere there are positives and negatives will be there. Okay, in every industry there are positives and negatives are there, right? So we should be very careful with our own data. Okay, the final output is data. So we need to keep our data very secure and confidential place. That is a nothing but a database, right?
Oh,
So what is validation now, Vastav?
Uh, we can, I mean, is the data is accurate, or else if it is, I mean, if it is not needed, it will be removed from the database.
Okay. So what do you mean by accurate? How do you check that it's accurate or not? You're right. Validation means accurate.
By
Checking it as a
Yeah,
the data is valid, correct or not. That is fine. But how do you do that?
by using the, I mean, inclusion and exclusion criteria, I mean, from the protocol, we might be knowing the what exactly information we are looking at.
Okay, fine. Tell me what is meant by data. What kind of information will you collect from patients before going?
Like
Mm-hmm.
his age, his male and female, I mean, gender, his
Okay.
weight, I
Okay.
mean, if he have any previous complications before the trial,
What do you call
I
that?
mean,
Previous
if he
complications.
have,
What do you call
yeah,
it as?
previous complications,
That is called medical
uh,
history. What do you call that?
yeah, medical history,
Okay. Okay. What else?
his previous medical history, and
Hmm. Suppose when you
I
go to
think,
hospital, what doctor will ask us? Suppose I am suffering with a fever. What doctor will
fever
say to me?
symptoms.
Hmm?
symptoms, yeah.
Symptoms. Okay. Oh no. What doctor will say to me? No, it's not me telling to doctor. What doctor will say to me? Doctor will write so many tests.
Prescription, yeah,
Undergo blood test, undergo urine test, undergo feces test, undergo blood culture
hmm,
test, all these things, right?
yeah. We'll take all the reports of the
Yes.
patient.
So what,
I'm
where we
a
need
trial
to,
participant.
where we need to inform, where we need to keep that information now.
In the
Again,
database.
in the database only, right? So what I'm
Yeah.
trying to tell you, we take the demographic data, which is called, just now we told age, sex, race, okay, ethnicity, date of birth, and we take the medical history, we take the current history, and we take the, okay, laboratory data, and we take the physical examination data, like how is your eye is there, how nose is there, how your tongue is there, how your ears are there, how your hands are there, how skin is there, how skin looks like, everything that is called physical examination. Physically they'll examine. So vital signs,
Mm.
what is your BP, okay, what is your SBP and what is your TBP, and what is your heart rate, what is your BCG is functioning, everything, all this kind of information will take from patient, and whatever the information was taken from patient, they enter in the database. It's not only
Okay.
inclusion criteria, exclusion criteria. Inclusion criteria, what is the purpose of inclusion criteria? To check that
Selection of the
patient.
patient.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's not a data. It's just checking that whether patient is actually
patient.
more than 18 years. Yes, he's more than 18 years. Now we can take him into trial. Whether he's okay, pregnant, should not. Okay, the lady, if she is pregnant, yes, we should not take into trial. So only for selection of that, we use that inclusion criteria. But whatever the data we are collecting from patients related to demographic, vital signs, physical examination, laboratory, okay, adverse events. Adverse event mean side effects. Okay, so we'll collect all this kind of information from patients, we'll put in the database. Now tell me what is meant by validation. What is meant by
Uh,
validation? Yeah, go ahead, Vastav.
Checking the data.
Okay. So what happens generally? Suppose, Santosh, if I am a data entry person who entering the data. I'm a data entry person. So what a doctor told that 72, okay, pulse per minute. Okay, 72 pulse per minute. Now I entered by mistake 172. What happens, Santosh?
Uh, it's a wrong entry actually.
Is wrong entry.
Yeah, this will be validated actually. Just cross-checked it. The validation is nothing but the
Okay,
cross-checking.
forget about now
data
for the
entry.
time being, forget about clinical SAS and forget about data entry, forget about database. Now, example, you are entering a online form, you are filling an online form. Okay, suppose you are entering a, you are trying to buy a ticket, online movie tickets. Okay, in online. So by you are using your card. Okay, your maybe Citibank card or maybe whatever American Bank card, whatever it might be. So you are entering that 16-digit card number. So by mistake you entered a wrong number. What happens?
It throws error.
How? Why? How, sir? Because how the system know your whether your card number is correct or not, whatever you entered.
Uh, we give particular limitations to.
Because you entered 16 digit only, yeah.
The software is validated like I think.
Because whatever the application that you're using in the back end, it will be connected to the bank database.
Okay.
Are you getting? Because first time you're choosing, when you're choosing that, you choose that bank name, right? After that, you write your name. After that, you write your card number. So whenever you're choosing that card bank name, automatically that in the backend application will be connected to the bank database, and whatever that name you're entering and whatever the card number you're entering, it will immediately, very quickly, within seconds, it will check it and it will say that okay, it is not matching.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you getting? That's why immediately it won't take even seconds also, right? Immediately it will give a saying that invalid card number, right?
Yes.
Santosh,
Yes.
you must have think
Yes,
this.
Ram.
Why how it happens? How it happens, Ram? Because whenever I did a by mistake entered a wrong number, even the last digit also if you enter wrong number, then it will throw an error. So in the same way, whenever that database, whatever the database was created in the back end, so in that field, in each field, say example, female called sex, female called gender. What we need to keep in the gender? What are the values we need to keep in the gender? Only
M and
M,
M or
R,
M and F.
M, R, F, R maybe U. U means unknown. Because there are some
okay.
patients, who want to participate in the trial, they don't know the gender because that is not their mistake. It's a genetical problem. But still they want to participate in the trial. Still they're having the maybe asthma problem, COPD problem, right? So it may be like a female or male or maybe unknown or maybe undifferentiated. Undifferentiated because we are not able to differentiate because of their genetical problem. So there are 4 values maximum: F, M, U and UN. Are you getting, Santosh? Vastav?
Yes, yes, Ram.
So any
It's
one,
F.
F means female,
Sorry.
M means male,
Yeah, F, M, U, and
UN and undifferentiated, UD. You can say UD or UN.
okay.
Undifferentiated.
UD. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
So, okay, other than 4 values, if you enter any other value, it will throw an error.
Okay.
In the same way, there is because we are discussing about a pulse example. So we entered a pulse like instead of 174, we entered 174. What happens? In the back end, in that particular field, they'll mention that in this particular field, we need to have the values ranges maximum 50 to 120, maximum 50 to 100. If it is more than that, automatically it will give a pop-up saying that unusual value. It will give a pop-up saying that unusual value. So then automatically the entry person will check it again. Oh, by mistake I entered 174 instead of 74. Suppose maybe you can think that Ram maybe he's having 174 pulse, right? Possibility is there, right? Santosh, Vastav? Okay, maybe he's having 174 pulse. Really, he's having 174 pulse. Then even though he got a pop-up, he'll ignore the pop-up. Right, Santosh?
Oh,
Okay.
Santosh, what are your doubts,
can
Santosh?
you can you repeat that, Ram? It's
No,
not
because
giving.
the particular patient is having a pulse rate is 174 pulse per minute. Okay,
Okay.
but
Uh-huh.
still he entered 174 in the data entry person entered in 174 in the field. Still you give a pop-up saying that unusual data, unusual value. Because generally we don't see the 170 pulse per second per minute, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
even
yes.
though we got a pop-up, so we ignore it because it's a true
Okay.
value.
Yes.
because it's giving a caution to us. It's giving a caution that we are entering, maybe check yourself, you are entering a wrong data or right data. Like that,
Okay.
in each and every field, they'll have they'll have ranges. Okay, this if the range is more than this or less than this, please give a pop-up. It gives pop-up to us, and we'll alert and we'll double check that whatever the entered value was correct or not. That is called validation.
Okay.
Also, not only that, by writing some SAS programs, and we can check the data. If the data is more than 150, show me. If the data is more than 180, show me. If the data is more than 1000, show me. More than 2.5, show me. So we can write our own SAS programs and we can check it manually. So whatever the programs we write it back into that particular columns, each column, okay, like a hemoglobin percentage, okay, or maybe cholesterol, or maybe albumin, or maybe globulin, or maybe WBC, RBC. For each and every column, they'll mention in the back end, they'll write some codes, okay, what is the minimum value and what is the maximum value you can have. If more than that, it will show a pop-up. So those programs, whatever we write in the back end, those programs are called as edit checks. What do you call that? Edit checks.
Checks.
Okay, whatever you write in each and every field, they'll in the back end of the field, they'll write some code to show that okay, what is the maximum range and what is the minimum range. What is the minimum value and what is the maximum value. So if it is more than that, it automatically will pop up. Are you getting Santosh? Vastav?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is
Yes,
called
yes, yes,
validation.
ma'am.
What is next? Once the data is validated, where it will go? See there?
Data analysis.
Data analysis. So who will do the data analysis?
Uh, Clinical SAS people. I mean,
SAS,
statistics.
SAS programmers, right?
Yeah.
Data analysis will be done by SAS programmers and biostatistician. Okay. So now, first we are first they are writing a protocol. That means they are creating a plan first. After that, they are recruiting the investigator. After that, they are recruiting the patient. After that, we started the trial and they are conducting the trial and they are taking the data from patients and they are entering the data in the database and they are making sure that data is validated and data is correct. Whatever the data was entered is correct. And after that, they'll send whatever the data they collected, they'll send to the SAS programmers. Right? So the SAS programmers by writing SAS codes and they do the analysis and finally they create reports.
Okay. Ram, I have a question. Like, what is the difference between SAS programmers and biostatisticians? Like,
Biostatisticians, what they'll do, however you need to do the reporting, how we need to do the reporting, how we need to do the programming, okay, they'll guide you.
okay.
Statistician will analyze the report, whatever report you created. You are writing a program and you create a report. And before creating report also, how we need to do the analysis because they are statisticians, they know better than you. Okay, SAS programmer will follow the biostatistician words. Whatever a biostatistician says, he need to follow and he need to work accordingly. Okay, are you getting something?
Okay, Ram. Yes, so
If
they
you,
are like the next level of SAS programmers are biostatisticians, right?
yeah, their biostatisticians are okay. They involve in protocol writing. They involve in how to create reports. Because if you want to create report by SAS programmer, we need to know what kind of report you want, right? Because
Yes.
when you're joining in a clinical SAS, you need to know actually who is the best trainer and what are the topics you want to learn. If you know that, then you can able to learn from somewhere. He'll call to Ram and ask Ram, will you teach base SAS? Will you teach advanced SAS? Will you teach clinical domain knowledge? Will you teach HDM? Will you teach Adam? Yes, we'll teach. So then, whatever is requirement is there with you, now the requirement is matching. First, you need to know what is requirement, right?
Yes.
So in the same way, the requirement will be given by the statisticians, by statisticians. Okay, and they'll tell you how to what is the path you need to go, how you need to go to the to create tables. So once we go into deep, okay, once we complete the SAS classes and we'll go for clinical classes. In the clinical classes, we'll explain very clearly what are the different documents are there, how we need to use that, okay, how we need to deal with statistician, how we need to deal with medical writers, how we need to deal with CDM people, clinical data managers. So I'll teach you everything for you. Okay.
Oh, Okay.
So that is data analysis. Once the data analysis is done, we create reports and we'll submit to our client. See, presenting to steering committee. We are submitting to our clients. My client is from, okay, nowadays, my client is maybe a GSK, my client is maybe Pfizer, my client is maybe Johnson & Johnson, my client is maybe AstraZeneca. These are the different from pharmaceutical companies. When I work for, okay, AstraZeneca, I'll submit my report to AstraZeneca. Right?
Okay.
So they'll see the, okay, they'll see the reports, whatever reports we created by using SAS, they'll see that they analyze that, okay, these reports are fine, that means drug is working, so we'll submit to FDA, or we'll submit to DCGI, or we'll submit to EMEA. What is DCGI, Santosh?
What, Ram?
What is DCGI? Can you see that last one? Submission for
Yes, yes.
FDA,
Yeah.
DCGI and EMEA. What is DCGI?
DCGA, drug control action,
You're
drug
right, you're
control.
right. You're right, go ahead.
Uh,
Drug Control General of India or maybe Drug Control Governance of India, right?
yes.
India, it is in India, okay. And EMA, what is EMA? Vastav?
Uh,
EMA means
I don't know. European.
European Medical Agency, okay.
Okay.
Previously we used to call it EMEA and now we are calling it EMA, European Medical Agency. So these are the different government bodies in different countries or different parts of the world to whom we need to submit our reports about the clinical trial to approve it in that particular country, right?
Okay.
Santosh, clear?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Understand what is the clinical trial process, whole research process? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Any questions, Vastav?
Everything good, Ram.
Okay. So understand the
In
whole
past,
clinical research process and where is our part. As a SAS programmer, from where we'll get the data and what we need to do. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll show you
yep.
more clearly, okay, regarding this. Can you see this now? What you can see now here in this?
Yeah. Data analysis.
Because previously we discussed, I just said to you data analysis. Okay, the first part is okay, protocol approval, and second part is investigator selection, and third part is okay, patient recruitment, and fourth part is data analysis and report in data, the entry and validation, and next one is data analysis. But okay, I didn't tell you exactly what actually happens in the data analysis. Can you see now? Where is the data?
Yeah.
Where is data?
In database.
In database, because we already discussed about why we need to keep the data in database. So that is database. And next one is what we need to do. Wherever the data is there, we need to extract data and we need to keep in SAS. That means we need to create a SAS data sets or maybe SAS tables. Right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, what we need to do now? Next. After creating SAS data sets, what we need to do?
Uh,
It is coming, huh? Give me a second. So
Ram, I have one question.
please tell me, go ahead.
In Yeah, in previous page, we have
Mm-hmm.
seen the final work is submission to FDA, DCGI, EMA, right?
Yes.
So let's say if I'm working in US, so I'll be
Mm-hmm.
dealing only with FDA, right? Or I have to deal with DCGA or EMA?
You don't deal with anybody directly, and you submit your reports to your client. Client will take care of it.
Oh, okay, okay,
Because I am a vendor. Okay, you are paying okay $800 or maybe $70, whatever you are paying to me, right? Whatever paying to me, you are
yes,
saying that Ram, I'll give you this much amount, do this work for me. So I am doing
okay,
okay. I am giving a classes for you because you are paying me,
okay,
right? In the
yes,
same way, the pharmaceutical company will pay to the CRO company, and CRO company will do the work and will submit back to the pharmaceutical company. The pharmaceutical company will take care of remaining things. But
okay, okay, got it.
as a complete cycle, I'm telling you what they need to do, what we need to do. Suppose
Okay,
directly,
okay,
suppose you got a job in Novartis in future, maybe you got a job in Novartis, maybe you directly deal with FDA.
Oh, okay.
Okay, clear? So now
Yeah.
we created a SAS data sets and SAS, okay, once we get the SAS data sets, what we need to do? We need to analyze the data, and finally we need to create reports in the form of table, in the form of listing, in the form of figure.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you getting Vastav? Because
Yeah, yeah.
whenever you see that in any job description of a SAS programmer, they say that okay, the programmer could able to work in page 1 to page 4 and could able to work in TLF generation. What is TLF generation? T means table,
Tabs,
L means
tables,
listing,
listings.
and F means figures or maybe graphs. TLF or TLGs.
Ram, I have a question.
Yes,
Like,
please.
the whole database will be in only this three TLF itself, or else you have any other forms of
Yeah, only
data?
TLF because we need to create report. We need to create report whether the drug is working or not working. It may be in the form of
Oh,
table.
okay.
It may be in the form of report. It may be in the form of listing. It may be in the form of graphical representation. Why we
Oh,
need to
okay.
create a graphical representation? Because it is very easy to understand. Suppose, example, Santosh. So, do you have touch with what is it? Share market? Share market? Any idea about share
Yes.
market?
Yeah, yeah. I used to like I used to watch after news. Like, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see that after news. What they'll show in the after news, in the end of the news, they'll show the graph
The
or
graph,
they'll show the numbers. What they'll show you?
they show graph
Why? Why they'll show graph?
because
Hmm.
we can understand like if the cost was high yesterday and the graph it comes down today. Like if the cost is low today.
Absolutely. The market is actually going in positive way. It will go up and it will go down. That means it will very easy and it will very easy to understand by the layman. Okay, even the layman can understand very easily by seeing the graphs. So in the form of table or in the form of listing or in the form of graphs, we'll create report. That's why, okay, we need to create, as a SAS programmer, we need to create tables, we need to create listings, and we need to create graphs or figures. Right, Vastav?
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah, Ram.
So understand now what is meant by data analysis? Is it clear?
Yes, Ram.
Yes, Ram.
Okay. So now we understand the whole integration process, and in that, where is our part as a SAS programmer? Where you are going to work in a particular cycle, right?
Mhm.
Now
Yes.
we'll move to what is next.
What is SAS?
So what is SAS now? What do you know about SAS? I don't know anything, Ram, because my friend told me. That's why I joined now. My friend told that Ram is very good trainer. Ram is having 10 years experience in online training. I joined now. I'm just believing you, Ram, blindly, but it's okay. It's in your hands that how you do it, right? So because the SAS is very user friendly tool. That is the reason from last 10 years or last 15 years, most of the life science people are coming to the clinical SAS. In 2001, I used to work as a microbiologist. So I used to get 3,000 rupees salary. So if I get 3,000 rupees salary at the time of 2001 or 2, then what is the salary I'll get now? I'll be in the same field, maybe 25,000 or maybe 30,000 or maybe 40,000, right?
Yes.
If you are in the SAS, then it's totally four times double, four times or five times is the okay 30,000 for 30,000 or maybe 50,000, right? So that means
Yeah.
okay, what I'm trying to tell you, SAS is very easy tool as well as it is giving a good opportunities and is giving the nice career, nice packages in the clinical field also. So that is the reason most of the life science people are choosing the SAS. Because if you can go for data management also, you can go for medical writing also, you can go for pharmacovigilance also. There are different departments are there. But why SAS? Because highly paid. Because I'll show you the slide. There is other slide. Next slide is there. So SAS is very user friendly tool which you can learn by any people, any life science background people also. So that is the reason most of the people are interested in learning SAS. So SAS is nothing but a statistical analysis software system, and it was found by James Goodnight, who is the founder, and it was developed in 1960s in North Carolina State University. Okay, 1960 till you work in SAS, maybe till 40 years or maybe 50 years you work in SAS, you need to remember that 1960. I'll ask you when I started. Okay, when I'm after 2 classes or 3 classes, I'll ask you what is 90/60. Why 90/60? If you go to interview also, okay, HR person, they'll have some set of questions in front of them. They'll ask you what is the importance of 90/60. Then you need to tell them.
Okay.
Okay, it's not like a just historical date, and we need to okay. This 90/60 is connected to the SAS while doing programming also.
Okay.
Okay, so originally intended for management and agriculture field experiments. They started why they invented or maybe why they discovered SAS. Why? Because mainly for agriculture field experiments. Because before applying a pesticide, after applying a pesticide, how plant is growing. Before giving that okay that nitrogen or urea, uric acid to the soil, how plant is growing. Before and after, they want to check before and after. Before giving medicine, after giving medicine, how plant is growing, how resistant power is having, how okay what is that crop rate before and applying the pesticides and after applying the pesticides. So they want to see that. So that's why mainly they intended for agricultural field experiments. But now widely using in different domains like banking domain, insurance domain, or maybe automobile industry, or maybe project management or educational domains. They want to improve their business. By doing that, by seeing that what happened in the previous history, by taking that and doing the analysis, they want to improve their business by creating new drugs, or maybe by creating new policies, by creating new credit cards, by creating new bank accounts. They want to improve their business, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Vasu, you have some question.
No, fine. I'm good.
Okay. So can you see this now? Why clinical SAS? Just now we discussed, right? Why we need to learn clinical SAS only? It's not because of Ram, it's not because of someone else. It's because of the career growth. So great demand, because till the human being exists in the earth, we need medicine. So if you want medicine, then we need a SAS. We need some tool called analysis tool. So that is SAS. So that's why it's a great demand. And career growth, just now I told you, when I worked as a microbiologist, I used to get 3,000 rupees. But if I'll be in the same field, then what about my career growth? There is no career growth in in microbiology position. So now in SAS, okay, I started my career in 2006 or 2005, but now okay, I'm working as a manager from last 4 5 years. So that's a career growth. So now next is easy to learn. It's very easy tool to learn, understand, to write the programs. And the next one is great pay. We already discussed. And fortune clients. There are different pharmaceutical companies and different CRO companies are there. So we have a lot of opportunities. That's why we are using the clinical SAS. And certifications. What is certifications? Because I'm a certified base SAS programmer. I'm a certified advanced SAS programmer. I'm a certified clinical SAS programmer. So the SAS itself conducting some certifications. If you complete the certifications, so if you go to the market, if there are 10 people come to the interview and you are only the person who's certified, then they'll give preference to you to take into the organization.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it clear? Any questions?
Fine, Ram.
Okay. So
Ram, actually, you missed this importance of 1960.
not now. We'll tell you after some time. Not today. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So if I tell you now, then you'll run away. So okay,
Okay.
I'll teach you, because now you're a newborn baby. Okay, when you're a
Okay.
newborn baby, I need to give you mother milk only. I can't give you the chicken and mutton to you. Okay, so if I give a chicken mutton to you, what happens? He'll run away. Okay, the digestion problems comes, and you need to go to the doctor again. So in the same way, if I tell you about 1960, then you'll okay, Ram, what are you talking, Ram? I didn't understand a single word. So please don't talk anything Greek and Latin, Ram. Okay, so
Okay.
I'll tell you whenever is needed, whatever is needed for you, I'll tell you and teach you. So
Okay.
I'm going to okay, what are the topics we are going to cover in future classes? Okay, we are going to cover like base SAS, we are going to cover SAS SQL, we are going to cover SAS macros, we are going to cover SAS stats and graphs. Okay, these are the different topics which are going to cover other than clinical SAS.
Okay.
So can you see this now? Introduction of SAS programs.
That's
SAS program.
Yes. Can you see this now? What you can see now?
Yeah.
Can you
SAS
read?
environment.
Can you please read out Vastav?
SAS contains 5 windows. Those are editor window,
Mm-hmm.
log window, output window, explorer window, and results window.
Okay. Now I'll show you the
Uh,
SAS tree. Okay. Can you see the SAS icon here? Can you see the SAS icon here?
Yes, SAS 9.2.
Yeah, SAS 10.232 English. So now if you want to
Yeah.
open that, what we need to do, I need to change my current system date. Okay, because we are not using that, we are not using the license version, right? We are using only pirated versions.
mhm.
So for that, what we need to do, we need to change the date of the system. Now I'm opening the system, SAS system. Now I open this and I'm keeping my back dated. I can keep now the current date now. So 2016 and April. Now I'm changing it back. So now I open the SAS now. How many windows are there now, Vastav? How many windows you read there?
5 windows.
What is the first window? Can you see this?
Give me a second. It's a editor window,
Yeah. What is next window?
Log.
log window,
What is the next window?
output window,
And what is next window here? Explorer.
explorer,
And what is next one?
and
Result window.
results.
So this is the place actually, the editor window is the place where we need to write a program. This is called coding region or programming region. So this is a place, say data, okay, Vastav and set, okay, SAS help dot class, run. So I written a piece of code now. I am creating a new dataset called Vastav here. Suppose if we go to
That's
the Vastav, so if you go to work, now you see here, nothing is there here. Now if I run this program, I written this program and I got Vastav. Okay?
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here if you see now, give me 1 second please. Hello? Yeah? I'm sorry, Andy. Vastav and Santosh. Can
Yeah,
see
it's
now,
fine.
Santosh? We created a new dataset called, okay, Vastav.
Wow.
So by writing program here, okay, we can able to see that what is happening in the log window. Can you see this now? What is written here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the same. We got same
Yeah,
programming.
same code, same program, whatever the program written in the log window, we written in the editor window, we got in the log window, right? So this is
Yeah.
this is called, okay, black color, that is called black color, it was in black color, this is called programming.
Mhm.
Okay, whatever the program was written there, we can see here in the log window. And now, if you go to the presentation, can you see this now? What is log window? This place?
Uh,
Display the details of the program
Display the
executed
details of the program.
along with errors and warnings, right? Now if you
Mhm.
see here now, what is the black color? Black color means, see there,
Programming,
yeah, programming. What is blue color?
execution details.
Execution details. That means how much time was taken to run this program. See now, how much, okay, how many
Yeah.
observations are there, how many variables are there now? Observations and variables. Ram, what is observation, what is variable, Ram? I don't understand. So 5 variables. Okay, here 5 variables means 5 columns. In general language we call it a column. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. There are 5 variables are there and there are 19 observations are there. Can see here 19 rows are there. So
Yeah.
that is called observations. Rows are called as observations and columns are called as variables. I'll tell
Variable.
you, don't worry, I'll teach you again in the next class. So here, this is a place
Excuse
where
me,
you
sir.
need to, that's okay. So, okay, where we need to write a program and based on that we'll get a execution details and we get a black color in the programming. Suppose by mistake we did a mistake here. What I did now? Vastav? I removed a space, right? Vastav? Hello? Santosh?
Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
You just
Yeah.
remove that space
Remove the
actually.
space. Yeah.
Yeah, I removed the space, right? So when I remove the space, what you can see now, if you run this program, see now what happened? What is saying now?
Error.
Hmm? What is showing now? It is saying that okay, there is an error is there in your program. So that's why
Yes.
Yes.
this is the place where we can see based on the program what you written. Why you are joining two things, Vastav?
Actually, I have connected in one as audio, and in my mobile I put it as audio, and in my laptop put it as a screen actually.
Okay, but make
I'll
sure
have
that,
from tomorrow. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, from tomorrow I'll log in one thing.
yeah, please. So now,
Yeah,
if,
sure.
by seeing this here, whatever the mistake is there, whatever the mistake, you come back and check it here. Based on this, you are writing okay invalid proper okay improper statement, and you can come back and you can check that where is the mistake and you can do it. Suppose we did okay small mistake here. What did it now, Santosh?
You just removed A.
Yeah, we just removed A. Now see now what is showing now?
Yeah, error.
It's not error. What is showing here? It's a warning. It is saying
Warning.
as
Warning.
assuming the
Assuming the
symbol data
data
was
was
misspelled as dat.
yes, yes,
See,
yes,
previously
yes.
it was not creating in the data set. Now it is creating a data set. It is assuming that, oh, sorry boss, by mistake maybe you written that, but it was data, so that's why it is creating a data set here. So that
Yeah.
means the log window, that's why we are calling as SAS is user friendly or very easy tool. So by writing program here, whatever the mistakes you written, it was showing very clearly in the log window.
Okay.
Okay, that's why we can check here whenever you write a program and whenever you run the program, you can check here and you can understand that what is the mistake in your program. You can go back to the program and update the program accordingly.
Okay.
Correct.
Right? Then, and if you write run. So if you do this, if you write this program, if you run this program, can you see this now? What you got now? Whatever that we see just now, there are like five columns are there and 19 observations are there. It is showing in the output window. Because what is your job, Santosh? What is the SAS program job? Finally,
Uh,
just now we
the
discussed, right?
data. Yes.
Hmm. What is your job?
Analysis.
Yeah.
To validate this data.
No. Are you validating what I told you 10 minutes before? Vastav?
We extracted data actually.
Okay. After that?
The analysis.
After
We did
that?
execution.
Create reports in the form of table,
Yeah, create reports.
in the form of listing, in the form of figure.
Listings and
It's
figures.
TLF.
Yeah, TLFs. So where you get the TLF? Where you get the report? You get the report in the output window. Whatever the program you're writing, based on the program you're writing, it will get the output in the, you'll get the table, you'll get the listing, you'll get the figure, you'll get the graph in the output window.
Output window.
Right?
Oh,
So
Yeah.
this is a place where you get output. That's why they are saying they mention as output here. And now what is the Explorer window? The Explorer window means because we are connecting to database and we are extracting the data. Where are keeping the data? We are going to keep the data in. We are going to keep the data in our library. This is
database.
called Can you see
Database.
here? What
Yeah.
is this? What is this?
Yeah. Like actually.
Library.
Libraries. Library
Yeah,
means
library.
this is a SAS library. So we are going to keep your data in a SAS library. Whatever you extracted the data from database, we are going to keep it in library. So you are going to use it. Whatever the data was keeping in library, you are going to use it and you are going to analyze it and you are going to create reports using the data. So
Okay.
that's why we need to use Explorer here. So now the last one is the result window. If you see here, whatever we got here in this, whatever you got in the output window, it will show the same thing. Suppose if you run something else, data, options, no FMT error, and proc print data equal to say ram dot phy exa and run. So I'm writing a piece of code, and if I click on this, then it is see now. Whenever you got a second output, it is showing the second one here. Whenever you run the first output, and we got here, and second one we got here. That means whatever we get in the output window, it will show in the result window.
Okay.
Understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, clear? So now, if you go to that presentation, so we can see the output window, display the output of the executed program, and Explorer window contain the system components and SAS components and libraries. So we don't use the system components and SAS components, we use only libraries. Okay, the result window contains the names of the output window. Whatever the output window is there, it will show it in order. That's all. If you want to go to the first one, first output, if you click like this, if you want to go to the second output, you can click here. That's all. Nothing will happen. Nothing we can do with this result window. Okay.
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 And if you can see this now, what is showing now here?
Yeah. Process flow.
What is the process flow? We are writing. We have a raw data. What is raw data means? What is raw data means? Santosh? Whatever the data we collected from patients.
Yeah.
Data entry. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever the data was entered into the database, that is called raw data. So what you're doing now, we are writing a SAS program and we are creating a SAS dataset. After that, what you're writing now, after writing a SAS program, that is called proc step, and after that we are creating a reports in the form of TLFs, table, listing, and figure.
What is proc?
Yeah, there are two steps are there here. In the SAS, there are two steps are there. One is a data step and second one is proc step. So they are typically used for creating a SAS dataset. Data step is typically used for to create a SAS dataset. And proc step is for to create reports. Can you see there? Generating reports and graphs. So we use proc step. There are two steps in SAS. One is data step and second is proc step. Santosh, are you getting what I'm
Okay.
talking? So
Yeah.
whatever the data step is there and proc step is there, by using that, can you see here? By using the data step here, we are going to create a SAS dataset. Whatever the SAS dataset we created, by using that, we are writing a proc step and we are creating a reports.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that clear?
So Ram, the data set is used for the what do you say?
Reporting purpose.
Sorry.
Whatever the reports you want to create, right? You need to create reports.
Yeah.
You want to create, If you want to create reports, we need to use SAS dataset because whatever the data we collected, we are converting into SAS dataset. We are going to use that for reporting purpose.
Okay.
Understand?
And the proc step is used for report. I mean,
Create report.
what?
Whatever the procedure you are writing in SAS, there are two steps. One is data step and one is a proc step. So by using data, because what I written there here, can see here what is written here? What I written here? What I written here? I written data here. So data means this is the data step. So this is called data step. Okay. This data step. So by writing data step, what I'm doing now, I created data set called Vastav here, right? Did I?
Yeah.
So just now I showed you I created data set called Vastav.
Yes,
but I'm writing proc. By writing proc, what I did now, I got output here.
Okay, output. Okay. Now I got it.
To create a reports, we need to use procedure. Or to create data,
as well as data.
We need to use data. There are two steps are there in SAS.
Okay.
Okay, is it clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see here. So I think you know that my website is there, clinicalsasonlinetraining.com, and LinkedIn profile is there, and you can write a mail to info@clinicalsasonlinetraining.com or Ram or maybe like a regular one, SAS9trainings@gmail.com. Okay.
Okay, Ram.
So do you have any questions, Santosh or maybe Vastav, regarding the first class?
No, we are good.
We're good. Okay, very good. So understand clearly about what is the clinical research process and where you are going to work, in which part you are going to work in the whole cycle, and what is your responsibilities as a SAS programmer.
Yeah, yes,
sir.
Any other questions, general questions, or maybe related to SAS questions? Anything you want to ask?
No, Ram, I'm good.
Yeah. So that is fine because the other batch is waiting. So there are two people are there in the other batch also, like Bitesh and Rekha. So thank you so much for your time, Santosh and Vastav. So we'll continue at the same time. You can use the same link and you can continue the class again the same thing at 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay?
Sure. Thank you, Ram.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for that.
We'll meet tomorrow same time. Bye bye.
Oh yeah, thanks. Bye.
Bye.